everybody, and welcome back to another session of Phoenix Wright Justice for All with Chaos Counseling.
Good to see you again, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, ladies.
Sorry.
Seriously,
Hello,
guys.
ladies and gentlemen and non-binary. Is that how it goes? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen and everybody in between.
Yes!
There we go.
Have you ever seen A Knight's Tale? Hello, my lords, my ladies, and all you people not sitting in a cushion! Well, he has a whole tirade, and it's wonderful, but I'm not going to go into it here.
Okay.
My goodness. All right.
December 30th, 2:17 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5.
I hope you know
why
I've
I was
already...
covering my ears. I'll have to hear it for all eternity rewatching this shit.
Yep.
I hope you know I've already killed you in 12 different ways to Sunday.
I can't believe it. Acro. A shit. Oh my gosh.
Sacre bleu!
It's pretty shocking, isn't it?
It definitely is. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeepers. Unbelievable.
Jeepers creepers.
Oh, shit.
Um,
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
he did.
You okay, honey boo?
He's just a little twerp, isn't he?
Well, that's one way to put it.
But he's older than you.
Is he?
Hey! Hey, pal!
Oh, that's who it is.
You're gonna ignore me. I went all this trouble to bring you some evidence and man.
Meh. Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways.
Let the sheep and Gumshoe stop bringing in the
No,
animal
no,
wild.
detective.
Let the sheep in.
It wasn't-
Help.
Oh shit, it's Ben. Shut up, Ben.
Wait.
It wasn't my choice.
Wait.
It wasn't. I'll buy you some time. I'll buy you some time. It wasn't my choice.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
I had no
I'm holding my phone. Never mind. 1 second. Where are you?
Okay. So I'm waiting. I'm
How are
holding
you?
the sheep.
Load.
His name is Bobby. He's very precious to me, and I
Okay.
love him dearly.
Wait.
And
Okay.
here we go.
Beep, beep, I'm a sheep.
Beep beep. I'm a sheep. Beep.
Is that? Hi, Tom Scott.
Hi, Tom Scott.
What's up?
Don't say Russ.
We've got some really tasty milk.
How about a card trick, detective? Oh, here it says.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned. What is it?
Here you go.
This was yesterday in Acro's room.
The result of our investigation. You can look at it later.
Won't Von Karma be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret. Look, details are on the need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan.
Von Karma looked like she was in a pretty big hurry, though.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were put into place.
Final plans?
Uh-huh. That reminds me, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it. That's it for me too, pal. I'm going home.
I'm done being ordered around. What did he mean by that? The very last instant part.
Everything you said seemed pretty cryptic to me.
Oh, one more thing.
Don't scare me like that.
I'm sorry, but it looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils, please. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me?
It's so sweet. I love this circus.
Sorry, the audience can't see it, but Sunshine kind of, like,
Did the shoulder wiggle?
the shoulder wiggle, that's it, towards the microphone. It was great.
For you, audience.
December 30th, 2:27 p.m., District Court, courtroom number 2.
Get out.
Like, all joking aside, though, that sounds really good.
Good.
I'm an audio geek!
You're on.
The court is now in session. Shall we continue our proceedings?
Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
Promise I'll stop geeking out over the mics.
Never. I'd like to continue. Can you calm down for a second? I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. He did his boob thing.
No!
I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Ring-a-ding-a-ling.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered something.
What?
Okay,
Do I want to know?
I have to get this right. Hold on, I have to get this right because it's a joke that my dad did one time we were playing. Oh shoot, how did it go? It was... Oh gosh, so we were playing loaded questions and we had to come up with like a slogan.
Loaded questions, good game.
Yeah, it is a good game. But I forgot. Jingle. Jingle, jingle. We had to do something with jingle and dingle. And he rhymed it. Oh, I got it! It was like, yo, Dingle, how's your jingle?
At least they didn't reverse it.
I reversed it. Yo, Jingle, how's your dingle?
Oh my god.
And I was playing with a group of adults and they all looked at me and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
I was gonna say I raised you well, but...
Yes, you raised me. Even though...
Girl, remember like how you came to me one time? It's like my family realized when I opened up after we roomed, and I'm like, yeah, I raised you well.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I did raise you.
Yeah.
GH.
I have to come back to reality.
Please proceed with your testimony, Mr. Ding-a-ling-a.
Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
Oh. Is it your time of the month? Okay.
What did I just say about asking questions you don't want the answer to?
Can that pick that up?
Pick what up?
Like, it's super faint, but I don't think it'll pick up in the video.
About the Ringmaster.
Oh.
Go.
Yeah. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life.
You... such a thoughtful young man.
As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim.
Oh.
I wonder how anyone could think that Acro could kill the man he held in such esteem.
Oh, you're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Your last name's Wright. Surely you'll know the right answer, right? Right!
Right!
Right.
Right.
Which is why there's no real need to prosecute.
Actually, that's a question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill a ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. There's no need to cross-examine this witness.
Wait, what's that?
Why was the ringmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already.
What? Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
What was Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster?
I'm so excited that we're to this point. It's
Nick?
good.
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ah!
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was, this is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster.
If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The End of things.
Acro,
Follow me!
Jeez.
you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the ringmaster.
What did you say?
He did not plan to kill Russell Berry.
They're taking the Hobbit's Isengard?
What?
What?
Get the clown out of here.
I'm sorry.
Order! Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is.
Oh, the game has become self-aware!
Do you wish to use my whip, Your Honor?
The game has become self-aware!
The apocalypse is upon us.
Use my gavel if you must. I don't care who it is, smack anyone who is loud in the face twice if you must. Mr. Wright.
I think I can die happy here. I don't think we need to finish the game.
I think we need closure at least.
I'd like to get to the next case.
You know, I think
Famous.
a game has become self-aware. I think we can retire. It's good night, everyone.
No,
There's
no,
no
no,
need
no.
to keep the channel going.
But closure.
JK, let's keep going.
Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do with...
Ow!
Did you hurt?
Bailiff hit me in the face.
Oh no.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to this court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else?
Yay.
Regina Berry?
This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
You could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it.
That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to... Hey!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself! Mike, no, Mike's.
No.
No,
Fine. Then pretend I'm holding my death's mask.
no. And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence. Now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry. Oh,
I just thought of something else.
are you holding up the game case in front of you?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Okay, it's the game case.
Yes! Me too. I demand some proof.
Oh, so that came in.
Yeah, okay, look pretty decently.
That was straight.
Yes.
It's death itself.
Okay, the scarf. Hold on. I just want to see what's on. Okay.
Good job.
Good.
Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this?
That's...
It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat.
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying to call Russell Berry that note?
There's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note to someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry.
We all just got smacked.
What's going on?
Oh, poor Regina.
Order! 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 Mr. Wright! This little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, the ringmaster, read the note?
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina.
That's incredible!
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today?
Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself.
Acker had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was.
I've got it! I've got it! Acker thought it was Regina down in the plaza.
And that's when he let the bust fly.
Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience?
She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
Hope Regina can handle it.
I can't handle it.
I don't know if I can.
Acker wrote this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you even made me sound like a foolhardy fool.
I love it!
Can I actually say something that has been bugging me about...
you're going to yell at me and I don't want that.
No, just something comment about her model.
Oh.
I have always wondered, how is she keeping the end of the whip up that much? If you know anything about whips, they're meant to be very flexible.
That's why her thing was up.
Well, but even with that, how is it not rolling off the side with how much she's moving her arm up and down?
I don't know.
Like, that legitimately
Magic.
bugs me.
I'm magic.
Artists sometimes don't think about that stuff.
Yeah, and also that'd be really annoying to animate.
That too! That's my only comeback to that. Other than that, I don't know.
Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Uh-huh. That's a line in the note, alright.
Yep, good job.
Good. Well then, if the note was sent to Regina Barry, it must mean that this note is declaring that Regina Barry is a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Done.
Hold it right there.
We're so in fucking sync.
Mr. Wright! What is this incident that is alluded to in this note?
The incident 6 months ago.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't
An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I'm more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron.
Yes, you've already said that.
I
Wait,
will say as much as I need to.
are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago.
At least it's better than 15 years ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it.
Fake it till you make it.
What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know, I'd certainly like to know what it is. It's not like I have the guide. It's not like I have it in my lap.
The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually...
Huh.
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Hey!
I can be funny when I want to.
It isn't a joke at all. This is the decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
Humor is subjective. That's what I mean.
The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they discover the decisive evidence found inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright, so what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming that Regina Barry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking that into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Barry's intended victim?
Who is this?
That is Acker's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acker could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina? She did that to him.
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool?
Yes.
Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acker's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
It's not in me, I swear. This is a really hard day for
So then
me.
what happened to
I
Akra's
can't
brother?
cry.
He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
The lion-biting Bat was no accident at all.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
I've beaten you already.
There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion into attacking another human being.
You can't prove that.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Akra's brother, Bat.
That's just a scarf.
Acro? This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat?
Regina gave it to him.
Regina?
There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor.
And what might that be?
Pepper.
Pepper?
Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she recovered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
You stupid! You stupid!
Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of finger...
I hate you.
He's the one who laughed, not me.
You paused.
You paused.
You might as well have laughed.
I'm trying to remember exactly how Justin McElroy said it. It's like, you may have parked the car, but everyone knows you're the one that drove it there.
You've done a good job fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered star to Bat as a present. Where is the crime in that?
It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it.
She does.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling.
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lions smile?
I've never heard of them smiling. However,
Lion sneeze. Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze.
So sad.
so fucking sad.
He sneezed because of all the pepper spread on the scarf.
What?
You fool! My voice cracked.
You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object. For objection's sake, Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it?
If you don't like it, of course I believe it.
You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Akron nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot.
So, it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves.
Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro.
You don't mean. You can't mean. Witness!
Are you confirming the defense's claim?
Mr. Wright. Unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder.
What do you mean by that?
The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I dropped Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon. Or the lack thereof, to be more precise.
You know something I love about American
Murder weapon.
legal systems? If there is enough circumstantial evidence, it can be used as decisive
yeah.
evidence.
But that wouldn't be much of a video game now, would it?
No.
Yeah.
The bust that the defense claim was used. Is that if that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered in the victim's blood, that would be awful conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
The bust.
Nick, you've got to do something!
This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Maybe worthwhile to search Acker's room, but...
Why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you?
Maybe.
Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma total justice.
Yep, serving it up.
I guess. I figured with you that's the least I should expect. You'd have leave no stone unturned.
A Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what we think we found in that room, Acro would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that.
Curtsy.
End of story.
Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this.
It looks like the coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Darn it. Coup de grace. I got close.
Yep.
Freaking words.
Free French.
In this case was ever so sweet. I even took French for 3 years.
I have a funny story about coup de grace that I want to share later.
But what about the scarf? What about the note?
What about them? Mr. Wright, no offense, but the important evidence here is about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that.
Ugh.
Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now?
Where's the bust right now?
You're Phoenix Wright. You know where that bust is. I'm sure you do.
Let me talk to the person upstairs. Consult the player's guide.
I don't have a single clue. How am I supposed to know where that bust is?
Have the players guide?
Seems as if this case is coming to a close.
I know this is episode's really long, guys, but we're almost
The
done.
defense's counter-arguments looks to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
Ugh.
Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright.
I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of the witness.
Maya, not Maya, Mia.
Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present a case. Sorry, a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue.
Oh, Maya!
Huh?
What?
We need time to do what? Ah!
Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your age, isn't she?
You really have a case to present, Mr. Wright.
What? Is he talking to me?
The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. She just fucking
wait.
leaves.
No, I was serious.
I thought like the bailiff was already coming to escort her
Yeah,
out.
she's like already has her hands out ready for handcuffs. They're all yours, Nick. Good luck. Acrobats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope.
Da-da-da!
If we don't, we're certain to lose.
Very well, the defense may proceed.
He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon.
Oh yeah, we don't have the board game clue upstairs, so I can't help.
Locking the tightrope with logic. There's no room for a false step. Secret's room. The only way through is forward.
Watch out, there are sharks underneath there.
The murder weapon! Where is Max's bust now?
Wait, what? Wait, you're kidding. Wait, what?
I'm so... It doesn't even matter because he's...
I've played this game!
Yeah.
It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom.
Oh yeah, that's you, sorry.
Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair?
I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright.
Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it.
I'm so happy.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems to me that it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there.
Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright.
I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Karmer happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it. And the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair?
Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
You fool! How could you? Fuck!
You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them.
Two of them?
Miss Franziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
He adopted it. What?
There's just one thing I'd like you to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try to hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. Now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma.
Don't make sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. No, sure, I sure couldn't.
I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search for your room? If only I had done that. Damn it.
Doesn't matter now, though. It seems as if we've arrived at the truth. Acro,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Acro. All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, couldn't help herself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way.
And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper.
I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed in that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried.
That's when you decided to do something about Regina.
What do you mean by that?
Are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well?
No, that's not what I mean. Oh, I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first I thought I killed myself, and I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet.
This has been such a strange case.
Super fucking sad.
It's
too.
almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
Owned!
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict.
Not guilty. Woo! I'm sorry.
I liar.
This court is adjourned.
Shut up and shut up.
Oh no.
This...
One more time. Here we go. Bring it.
Man, come back.
December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5.
Excellent. Brilliant.
Fabulous!
Mistake?
But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this.
Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to.
Congratulations! Congratulations, Mr. Max!
Thank you!
What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No.
Oh god, Mo!
If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever. You'll never be happy.
That's true.
Huh?
Kinda. Oh,
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault.
Sweetie. Sweetie pie.
That girl, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up.
Regina.
That's right. Tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Uncle said something right at the end. While you were the crowd.
I just couldn't up and leave yet.
That means Uncle is gonna try and get his revenge on me.
Pretty sure it's... I don't think so.
Yeah. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that.
Yep. Akko doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh?
I want to see some evidence.
What?
Thank you. I thought you got my... Understood
No.
that one. Oh well.
Akko didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know.
Yeah, huh? Leon Acro's been caught.
Uh-huh.
I know.
What?
I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. You know, your is like that, and then until you can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind.
Hey, Max.
What is it, Mo?
Please marry her and not that stupid puppet. Really put you through a lot. didn't
You made it
buddy?
sound like Max was going to marry the puppet.
I know I was gonna say that was like.
It's like he has a choice between the puppet and Regina. Excuse you?
Yes, marry the puppet. Leave this poor girl alone.
She deserves that. That and Regina forever.
But don't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happens.
I'm assuming that it's never confirmed if Bat wakes
Oh
up.
no, there's no confirmation.
Yeah, no, I figured as much.
So far, anyway.
So,
Maybe someday.
So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract.
I understand. Such a fabulous thing to do for me.
Oh yeah, he does take over the.
I might
doesn't
even
he?
leave tomorrow.
Calm down.
What's
guy takes
going?
Calm down.
That's what he said.
Calm down.
Just wait. What's going to happen to the circus now?
That's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performance, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision.
What is it?
I've decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster.
See, you need to calm down. They're going to tell you eventually.
He said he was thinking about it before.
Thinking about it doesn't mean that he was gonna do it.
There's a difference.
I'm gonna kick you.
I'll turn this circus into the best circus this world has ever seen.
The best circus the world has ever seen.
Don't laugh.
Amazing.
Yay! I can't wait.
Then I guess that changes things.
Huh?
There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs.
Addictive
No.
cotton candy.
Well, that, but the world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen.
So you don't want me to sprinkle cocaine on the cotton candy?
Ma-
Max!
Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy?
I think the fact that we're never mentioned again in future games means we fail.
No, we don't.
I don't know what to say. All I can say is
see
thank
Mo.
you.
Oh, you see Mo?
Yes.
No,
I
I'm
can't
not-
remember if it was in the Miles Edgeworth games or one of the later games, but you see him handing out balloons.
Oh, okay.
Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus will be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today?
To ruin Mouth
We
Soul.
got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been.
Oh. Oh.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Max.
So make sure you don't change your last name should you get married.
Nick,
Seems like everything is going to turn out all right here.
Yay.
I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats.
Babu.
Well, it'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special.
Of course he would. That went directly into my ear.
Yeah, same with mine.
Directly. Oh, I see
Oh.
what. Oh, shit,
Just
she's
like
not
you
here
thought,
either.
yesterday's search really paid off, sir.
Do you want me to do this one?
Got this.
You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you?
It was just a theory.
Game theory.
If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney.
You mean Mr. Wright?
Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. Do me a favor and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop by the chief prosecutor's office.
Yes, sir! I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not dead!
I'm not dead yet.
You are the hardest cases.
So, with that, we will. What I want the name to pop up before I really say.
Yeah.
Come on.
Here we go.
Get here. Get over here. We will do farewell my turnabout. We will see you March 20th.
Is it March?
It's in March. There's a fucking huge gap.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's a very long case.
Yes, it is.
Balls, yes.
Because, fun fact, this game only has 4 cases.
I mean,
So
the
it's-
first game technically only did as well, but
Right.
And then
DS
guys
got the-
released DLC-ish type game.
Sort
Yeah, so the next case is the last one for this game.
So then we'll move on to the third one, but this is everyone's favorite case. Everyone's.
this case so
This is by far the most interesting case in the entire franchise. And that's including the case where you have to defend an orca for murder.
That one was
What?
fun. That one was fun. We might get there someday.
Someday. But actually, my cousin's favorite is like the last case of the third game, just because of how insane it goes.
Me. That's
Yeah,
me.
it's good.
I was made fun of for it.
No, like I love this case for many
But this
reasons,
case
but
is, it throws you through a lot. Bring tissues.
bring tissues.
/ bring a stress toy or something to hug, as you will be fucking panicking the entire time.
Well, for most of the time, there's funny moments in there.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's Phoenix fucking Wright. But
Yeah,
you know.
but you know.
It's still tense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely still tense.
It's good though.
So good.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys March 20th.